All right, we are back. We have the last regular season games that we are picking for this year, week 18 in the NFL. We are going right down the line, just doing the pick show for now. We'll release our Bears show tentatively Wednesday. But like I said, we can just hop right into it. I think we're starting with Browns and the Ravens, or was there anything that you guys wanted on the front end?
Yeah, yeah. I don't
Straight
know if
over?
this is your first merry-go-round, Ryan, but we got to go over how we did last week.
Oh,
So,
shit. Yeah. I
yeah,
did
so
all right last week, too. Yeah.
um,
My bad.
last week just included the games from the weekend because we included the Christmas Day games and the Bears Thursday night game in the Week 16 picks video. So it was a little bit limited. We had 13 games we picked from. Tom was 9 for 13. Luke was 5 for 13.
Sit back for him.
Wargo was 8 for 13.
Let's go.
And I was 6 for 13. So that brings our season totals. Tom's at 140 for 232 picks. Luke's at 132. So Tom's breaking away here at the end of the year. Wargo's at 119, again at a 232. And I am at 118 in last place right now. So
Fight for last is a little tighter than the fight for first.
yeah, that's right. There's a lot on the line this last week of picks.
Everybody just let that soak in. Last place. Not me.
I don't know why that would need to soak in. It's not really a complex topic.
It sucks for you two.
All right, Wargo, you can pick up where I cut you off there.
Yeah, sorry, I put the carriage before the horse. We're starting off with the Browns and Baltimore. I will announce this one. I am a big fan of big spreads, and that's what we've got here. I believe it was 20.5, or was it? Yeah, 20.5 we've got.
I do want to say real quick, this week is tough. This week, I will say this week is going to be tough because you have people resting starters, and some big spreads. So this is a little bit of an unconventional week 18. I think there's maybe 2 playoff spots for grabs. So proceed.
I guess to add to that, I've been liking the college bowl games. There's been a lot of blowouts, but also just guys out there playing for teams that they're not going to be playing for next year. Just like committed to play for Notre Dame next year, but they're still out there grinding for Arizona State, That's been fun to watch. But yeah, anyway, this is a pick show. So we're going to get into the picks for the NFL week 18, again, with that big spread. I'll just take it. There's not much commentary to be had on this game. I mean, the Browns 3-13, Ravens 11-5, playing for a lot more than the Browns are here. DTR. I don't know. I mean, the Ravens really haven't had a prolific secondary for the entirety of the year, but they've been kind of putting things together as of late, or at least I heard that somewhere recently. So yeah, I'll go with the Ravens. The Ravens of Baltimore.
Jesse?
Edgar Allan Poe.
Nice. Oh, he's muted.
What an idiot.
This spread is enormous, folks. It's large.
Yeah.
I'm taking Cleveland here, even if they are really, really bad with Dorian Thompson-Robinson at the helm of that offense. No chance they win this game, but I'd like it to be a little bit closer with this being a divisional matchup still.
Weather in Baltimore, Tom?
No, I don't think so. I looked earlier. I might have to look again. Big winter storm coming across the central part of the U.S. East Coast.
It's on the 4th.
Huh?
Or wait, this game's today. Oh my God! No,
we're
good. We're good. The storm doesn't develop until later on.
Cleveland 0-5 against the spread the last 5 weeks.
Ooh.
I said it last week, or DTR, I can't pick a team led by that quarterback. So I think the Ravens have something to fight for, as we said. Derrick Henry looking for some incentives. I forgot what he needs for incentive. A lot of that is into play too. Certain wide receivers trying to make touchdown catches, yards, etc., running backs. So coaches I think do know that. So I know Baltimore, Derrick Henry, like I said, they're fighting for the playoffs or clinching the division. So 20 is a large spread, but I'm going to pick them.
Let's go. I like that action. Good call out there. That it might be a good week for prop bets, maybe plus 2 touchdowns even,
I want to say right now, I'll say it when we get to them.
All right. Okay. All right. Keeping it in the chamber. All right. So we are on. I don't know why I'm announcing the game, but just guess Jesse's not about that anymore. But we've got the Bengals of Cincinnati playing the Steelers of Pittsburgh. Spread on that game plus 2.5 for Pittsburgh. All right, and I will lead off here. So we're looking at a Pittsburgh team that is playing for. Yeah, I mean, I'll take Pittsburgh at home all day. Mike Tomlin. I'm gonna just start doing the name thing again, but I think Russ has a big week. If I was talking to one of my coworkers who's playing fantasy football, his opponent has Russ, and he needs him to have a small week. It's one of those like 2-week playoff things, which kind of a fan of, but that's a topic for another conversation.
For week 18, though, I don't like.
Yeah, true. I mean, we already saw that a little bit in our playoffs with a lot of guys.
I would like a week 16, week 17 double playoff. Bryce, if you're listening, let's implement that.
Yep, love that, Tom. So additionally, Pittsburgh, just Pittsburgh. Give me Pittsburgh. Russ is going to go off. Yeah.
Okay. 0-3. They got on 3 games kid.
Yeah, I'm going with Cincinnati.
Really?
If they win this game, they're hoping that Miami and Denver lose tomorrow. So I think they're going to give themselves an opportunity. They're going to do everything that they can in their power to get themselves in the playoffs. The Steelers' defense has been one of the worst in the leagues over the last 3 games. They're giving up 30 points a game.
Okay.
So obviously Cincinnati offense super high powered, and Joe is not going to be messing around. So I'm taking Cincy. Taking Cincy in this one. I like him. And it's going to be one of the greatest tragedies of our time if they miss the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
I just see it. I mean, you can make it seem like it's going to be a big narrative and like Cincinnati is going to play out of their minds, but they are playing against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I mean. That all does sound great, but can't you just see a sad Joe Burrow after the fact where it's like he's making a bid at MVP for this year, which I don't really necessarily agree with some of the other contenders that we're looking at in that space. But, I mean, you can certainly make the argument for it. But I could just all that being the case, I can just see
if the Bengals have 11 wins right now, Joe Burrow's right up there with Lamar and Josh Allen for the MVP.
I mean, if he goes crazy in this game, you can certainly. I mean, like I said, you can make the conversation right now, but I don't know.
I mean, Jamar Chase
keeping that up.
Jamar Chase is having a crazy year. Most catches. He's trying to go for most catches, most yards, most touchdowns in the league. That is crazy. So if you don't have that, I mean, obviously, I think Burrow should also be in the conversation at least. Like, he is the reason they're winning. Him and Jamar Chase at final. Like, Chase Brown's all right. T. Higgins came back, a couple games. But, yeah, as of the pick, I think Joe's going to have him ready. And I think they're gonna come into Pittsburgh and get the win. I would say if it was – look at me, betting guy. If it was like 3.5, Bengals minus 3.5.
Oh, yeah.
I think I would pick Pittsburgh.
Okay.
But 2, I could see the Bengals winning.
Okay.
I think Luke is on the Bengals as well.
Oh, shoot. We did not announce his pick for the last game. He was on Cleveland to cover that.
Yep. Said that, but that's all right.
Oh, we did? Oh, sorry.
No, I didn't say it. I just said we needed to, and then I didn't have a chance to say anything. So
you were on Baltimore, Tom, right?
Correct, yep.
All right.
Baltimore Bengals, the BBs of baby. Oh.
Jesse, can we get back to our normal schedule and have you announce this one?
Yeah. So next game, Chicago at Green Bay. 10-point favorites in Lambeau. Luke's on Chicago here. I don't know what he's thinking there. They haven't shown us. They haven't shown us much of anything. The first round of divisional games, they showed some life. They showed some fight. It was like maybe there's something in this team. The last two divisional games against Detroit and Minnesota has been a different story. If that trend continues, then you would expect Green Bay to get the job done in a big way at home. I'm going to take Green Bay in this one.
I'm going to take Green Bay as well. The only thing for the Bears, I think I read somewhere, Jordan Love is this is going to be bad. His differential, I can't say that word. If he's pressured, his QBR is the worst in the league.
Okay.
So that's a big deal.
That's an old stat.
Is it?
I think he's a lot better under pressure as of the last 9 games.
Okay. Well,
a lot.
Maybe I read that wrong.
Jordan Love's like the inverse Kyler. Like when COD releases, that's when Jordan Love gets better.
Yes.
When COD releases for Kyler, that's when he gets worse, right? So
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I expect Jordan Love to
some quantitative analysis for you there.
Be playing playoff type.
Yeah, I think I wrote it down.
Caliber football in this game.
Remember, he was on that graph. I was talking shit about him under pressure last week, and Jesse was like, "Ha! Remember this graph that you saw earlier?"
Passer rating.
No, I was in
passer rating. Yeah. I don't know. All right. Well, maybe not, but I think if we get pressure on him and we need to stop the run game and then limit the explosive plays, like Christian Washington killed us last time we played. There's a chance, but I just don't see any fight in this Bears team, and I'm going to go Packers as well.
Yeah, it's got to be the Packers.
At home,
they're better at almost every position. I mean, Josh Jacobs getting the ball going. He's really been a great running back. I wanted him last year, the year before. I saw that he was playing a high caliber of football. So, to see him be successful at Green Bay has kind of been particularly painful, being that they're in our division. But he is a very dynamic back. He can lower the pads, deliver hits, and he can do it in a consistent way where, again, with our running back of Roschon Johnson, every time he lowers the pads, he gets a concussion because he just spears people for whatever reason.
Yeah. I know I saw something about Caleb Williams he's trying not to diss on his line. And it's just like they're so bad, right? But also DeAndre Swift has just been a paper plane. Like he gets touched and he goes down. And Jesse sent us that draft with us taking Jeffrey in the
Ashton
ninth.
Gentry,
yeah. In the 9th, and I was like, that I want that. I do, because I do not like Swift. I
love Gentry.
But we can't do that, guys. We can't do that. We got to get the big boys.
That was just because Will Campbell had been taken, and I'm not sold on Kelvin Banks, but that was just one of my mock drafts. So
everybody's got us taking.
I'm not sure Gentry is the right pick at 9, but
it's not. But I just want to bring it up because that would be.
Well, cool. That's an interesting thing too. Like if Will Campbell does go, that's where I've seen all of the mocks. Having the Bears go is to draft Will Campbell, LSU. If he does go early, that could leave us scrambling. Do you think we might be in a case where we could trade up for a pick to guarantee 9 to 8, 9 to 7 or something like that?
You've seen Joe Alt, he has been a really good lineman for Chargers, and
Carter,
if we get something like that, be awesome.
Jalen Carter,
Caleb Williams defending the lineman. We can go back and reference that chart we were looking at last week. I mean, so what it was representing was how often is pressure leading to a sack, and Caleb was at the highest rate.
I mean, he did take a credibility for that too.
accountability. Yeah,
he did. I mean, he said some of those sacks, are on me for sure, and he's absolutely right. So I think he did the right thing in what he said, defending the line.
I know. Anyways,
that's my quarterback, Tom.
Yeah, he's asking a lot of that offensive line, and I think we continue to not get the job done, and I think we continue to not stop the run. Again, Josh Jacobs is also that power back as well as shifty. He's everything that DeAndre Swift wants to be, and we're stuck with freaking generic brand, and they've got the name brand over there, so they're gonna kick our ass all over Lambeau Field. It's gonna be
they're going to Kroger. We're going to Aldi,
right? We're not even. Yeah, I guess. Sure. Yeah, Aldi's pretty sick though.
I like it all, dude. All right, next game.
New Orleans at Tampa Bay minus 14 points.
Is Tampa Bay playing for anything? Yes, of course. They got to win, right? Yes, they do. So Tampa Bay's got to win. New Orleans is played better last week. They did. They played a little bit better last week. But 14, I can see sometimes this Baker offense is like, I'm gonna score 40, and in the half, it's just woo, and then they kind of stink sometimes. So if Bucky Irvin gets cooking, Baker gets cooking. Did you see Baker gave his lineman milk and cookies? He's baking up some cookies, dude. That was funny. I saw that. So I think the vibes are high.
Baker baked for
yeah.
All right.
That was pretty funny. So I think the vibes are high in Tampa Bay, and I think they do. I like them here.
I mean, real tough to pick the Saints. Do they still have Desmond Ridder going for them?
Yeah, but they played better last week. He did. I mean, right? Let me look. Talk about it, bro.
Give me the Buccaneers.
They were playing Las Vegas, bro.
Las Vegas is not that bad, dude. Not that bad. I don't care. As long as he had some – he did better.
No. Desmond Ridder is not good. I think Liam Cohen and the offense there for the Buccaneers, he's a candidate for the Chicago Bears that I think we should take pretty seriously in our coaching search. We didn't really talk too much about that as a part of that Bears pick, but that's time for our show later in the week here. But Liam Cohen, he's got that offense going at a high clip, and there's just no way that the Saints. I think Desmond Ridder has a bit of a regression. Again, they were playing against Las Vegas last week, Tom. So that team's a bit of a dumpster fire as well, and New Orleans really going to come out and stink this one up. So yeah, there's no way they cover that. Ooh, man, I just said that so confidently it makes me want to fade myself, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, I mean, divisional game.
Okay.
But Tampa Bay, New Orleans is probably, I think, when looking back on this season, is going to be, even with the Panthers, who might end with one less win or two less wins than them. I think one less win.
That's I'm
gonna go with Tampa Bay. One thing to watch here: Mike Evans needs 5 receptions, 85 plus receiving yards to get a $3 million incentive bonus. So if you're doing an incentive parlay, put him in it on those two numbers.
Love that, Tom. You were on New Orleans?
No. You saw Jesse there just going to dad mode, dude. He was looking straight at the baby and couldn't say a word. He was just frozen for you listeners out there.
That's funny. All right, I'll announce this next one here. And
wait. Where's the Luke on? Luke is on
Tampa Bay.
Damn.
Yep, I'm quick. We have got the Buffalo Bills going to the New England Patriots plus 3.5 at home. That is a home dog. First home dog. Wait, no, Pittsburgh was a home dog. Sorry. Luke is on Buffalo here. This line kind of doesn't make sense. Is it maybe the case that Buffalo's not starting?
They're not starting, and they can't be.
Yeah, 3.5. That's kind of crazy. These games are really tough, like you said, Tom. I'm still going to go with Buffalo here. Just even with the starters not going, the Patriots, they're 3-13. It's not like they're playing for a whole lot either. So I'll stick on Buffalo here. Drake May. I mean, are we going to see Drake May in the second half? Probably not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. We might.
I'm going to take the Patriots here.
Don't you dare. You're crazy, fool.
I'll take Patriots here. I think that Gerard Mayo is going to have his guys ready to go. He's still fighting for the job. I think it's still up in the air, even though most people think he's going to get fired. A lot of those this week, too, like coaches fighting for, what they believe in. I feel like
fire a coach after one season.
Yeah. I mean, it's just what the fans want. I don't know if it's going to actually happen. But
I'm taking New England here because New England lost by 3 points in Buffalo a couple weeks ago, and Buffalo was still playing for something. This is in New England, last game of the year. I don't think it's as important for Buffalo at this point. Their seeding, I think, is more solidified than what it was at that time.
It's not important for New England either.
Taking New England. I think maybe they lose by a field goal or a couple points. So
maybe
I'm gonna take them. Trubisky's starting for the Bills.
Exactly. That's why I took him.
Crazy. Okay. Yeah, I mean he's a dog, but whatever. I'm taking New England.
You're right. The coach will probably stay, but the offense coordinator's going.
Oh, okay.
Right. All right, Jesse just went on a mute. I'm going to get this next one here. We've got the Panthers of Carolina. They will be traveling to Atlanta to play the Falcons. 7.5 at home for those Atlanta Falcons, led by Michael Penix.
What's their chance of making the playoffs? Is it 0 now? Or is it still – I think it's less than 10% if so, after losing last week. What a great game that was. Washington.
I'm pretty certain that they're out.
Yeah?
Yes.
That's tough then. Because you look at the Panthers, they've been playing for nothing the last half of the year.
Right.
Atlanta, this is their first game not just playing for anything. So
no, Luke is on Carolina, which may mean something for you, Tom, but probably not so much anymore.
I was kind of going for Carolina as well here now.
Okay.
I liked what I saw in Penix, honestly. I don't like the way he throws the ball. Seems a little off with being left. It's not even that he's left-handed. It's just like
if Tampa Bay loses and Atlanta wins, Atlanta is in because Atlanta beat Tampa Bay head-to-head twice.
Give me Atlanta.
Oh, that's it? I thought it was way more complex of a situation. That's just okay. Man, 7.5. That's kind of like one of those tough ones, like you said earlier, Tom, with the 2.5 versus 3.5. We've got that, two score game here. So, well, I guess one score still with a 2 point. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'll take Atlanta, and I might sprinkle on safety, anytime safety.
Okay.
I get so pissed when I see a safety happen because that's like a fun bet, that you always look at. Like, what are the chances there's going to be a safety in this game? And you always get really favorable odds. But yeah, I'm going to sprinkle here.
Okay.
Heard it here first.
Safety.
Yep.
Does it matter?
What?
Does it matter who gets the safety?
No, just anytime safety.
Ooh.
Well, I think you might be able to. Maybe not. You might be able to bet like the defense or special teams to get the safety, but that'd be even better odds, obviously.
I'm going to take Atlanta. I think, similar to Cincinnati, they're going to do everything in their power to make sure that they get the job done to make it into the playoffs. If Tampa Bay ends up losing this game to New Orleans, so I think they come out and they play well. Carolina lost Chuba Hubbard a couple weeks ago, who's a big component of their offense. And, they had Jonathan Brooks and Miles Sanders, but I think both of them are banged up as well. So they don't really have any leadership in the backfield. But, other than that, they've I think played better than what most people were expecting this year. But
you know what it is?
With Atlanta having more to play for, I think they get the job done here.
You know why they've been playing better?
Tell us why.
That raccoon, son. That raccoon.
The raccoon. I thought that was in Denver.
No, dude.
Wow. That's funny. All right, this next game here makes absolutely no sense at all. Got to be a sitting starters. But we have got the Giants of New York going to Philadelphia to play the Eagles, and the Eagles are favored by 1.5 in this matchup here.
Yeah, and we know the story came out. Saquon's not playing this game. How do you feel about that, Works?
I mean, I'm a fan of Saquon. I mentioned the MVP race earlier. I think he's got a little bit more of a case to make than who was it? Lamar, or was it Lamar?
Josh and Lamar.
Yeah, I mean, well, no, who was it that we were talking about earlier though? It wasn't
Joe Burrow.
No, Joe Burrow. Yeah. I think in this case you can make that a little bit more so. Kind of funny on the internet now. You've been seeing some of the memes like, "Oh, I hope he doesn't go for 2,000 yards next year," and he is already over 2,000 yards in 17 games. So that was a huge fumbling for the Giants. That
and it's recorded. It's just like
on Hard Knocks. Tough luck.
Yeah.
That's going to live in infamy. But yeah, I mean, Saquon's got just it's going to be Josh. It's going to be Josh.
Yeah. Well, like if I look at this Eagles team, Saquon is the MVP of that team. Like, Jalen Hurts is not the MVP. AJ Brown has not had a MVP season. So in that aspect, he is an MVP of the league. I would love it to go to a running back, but it won't, unfortunately.
So there's been like kind of a conversation with the Heisman as well, where it's the player that's most impactful to their team's success. Which I guess is kind of not looking at it through too different of a lens. But to me, I feel like people have been emphasizing that in the Heisman, where it's like, oh, well, Travis Hunter goes both ways, so it's a lot more impactful. And it's like, well, Ashton Genty just runs the ball for like 500 yards a game and scores 3 touchdowns a game.
And Skidoo, or what's his name from Arizona State?
Scadaboo.
That was a fun
incredible.
watch. Even though he was
Did you call him Scooby-Doo?
Scooby-Doo. Yeah. It was so fun to watch it, and then like at the end, it was sad because he was like, he left it all out in the field, and he shouldn't have been out there. I was like, dude, you're not. He couldn't run the ball.
He seems like he's a little full of himself for my taste.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say I liked him. He's just he does this a lot. It screws my head a little bit. He's got Tourette.
Did you guys see the video of his lineman helping him up, and he pushes his own lineman?
No.
Let's just get him fired up, baby.
That one up.
Yeah.
Real dick.
Yeah.
And then he goes to the sideline and is like talking into the camera. It's like,
that was weird. Yeah. Hey, I'm just
it looks stupid.
Purely on like performance, he's good, but I think a little bit of you gotta have a little bit of like not dick energy to win.
Did you hear what their nickname was for him? Scadaboodini. Because he disappears when you try and tackle him.
Yeah, or he just
Scadaboodini.
All right, back to the pick. Did you pick?
Me?
Yeah, have you picked anybody?
No, I haven't.
You picked Philly.
You asked me about the. No, I didn't. You just asked me about.
Oh, it's great to take one. Okay.
No, I'm going to go on the other side. Like like the game with Buffalo and New England, where that line kind of didn't make sense. I'd like to pick the nonsensical side. So. Giants plus 1.5. Again, that makes no sense at all to me, and I'm going to run with it.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that as well. The League Neighbors showed some life last week. I don't think the Giants fans want to hear this, that they played well, but they are trying to win games, and I firmly believe that. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what are the Giants doing? Why did they lose? Why did they win that game last week? They gave up the first overall pick. I do not see them winning this game in any if they do, they may, if they're winning at halftime, Dable might not walk out of the locker room with them. They may just cut ties right there.
I just feel like that is such like a fan aspect and then a player aspect. They're thinking about it maybe a little bit like but they're not like we're going to go out there and lose this game.
I'm taking Philly.
I don't know.
I'm looking at the Tankathon order right now, and we need some teams to win this week, and we can get a real nice draft pick. Like I was talking about trading up, we may not need to because we're definitely losing this week.
Yeah.
Also, they've got the streaks. New England's lost 6 in a row, and then we just lost 10 in a row. Man, that's
10 in a row is so bad.
That's been tough. All right, and Jesse took Giants. Philly. Oh, that's soft. That is soft. Luke is also on Philly there. And
I kind of like Philly.
Make up your mind. But
this is not I went back on. I'm gonna go Philly as well. Actually,
you're a lunatic, dude.
Well, let's just make it interesting. Nope, take me back. Take me back to the Giants.
All right, you're on it. Are you sure?
Oh. Yeah, 100% Giants.
I'm gonna put my picks in the spreadsheet, but I'm gonna hop off. So good luck.
All right, buddy.
You good luck.
Thanks.
All right, Tom. It looks like it's just me and you holding it down here. We are on to Washington at Dallas, plus 6.5 at home. Got a few home dogs this week. But how you feeling on that one?
Washington, I think they're in the playoffs, right? They clinched the playoffs.
I believe so, yes.
So, I mean, they went into overtime last week. Dallas got their ass kicked last week. So, Dallas.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking Dallas here.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's CeeDee Lamb is still good. Is he playing this week?
Probably not.
Probably not. That's what I figured. Let's see if he carries an injury designation. Not that it really matters.
Roll out.
Man.
He's out. He's out for the season.
Okay. Yep. You're correct on that. You know, I think the Commanders are still going to try to put together a game here.
So I think if they win, now that I'm thinking about it, they're going to want to win.
Yeah.
Because I think a 6 or 7 seed maybe, and that would be against the Eagles so it's either the Eagles or they go against someone else.
Yeah.
Because the Eagles could play the Packers or the Commanders.
Okay.
So they want to win as well.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'm going to stick with Washington here. Yeah, I'm going to stick with Washington. And then you better monologue this one for a second. I'm going to be RB.
Okay. Oh, no. All right. Well, what's our next pick? It's just me and the fans here. It is... Houston at Tennessee. Houston at Tennessee minus 1.5. So kind of almost a pick'em game. I know there's some rain in the forecast. Luke is on Houston. Jesse is on Houston.
Okay. On Houston, H-Town.
It's supposed to be rainy.
Okay.
I think I'm going to go Houston as well because I can't pick Tennessee anymore. It's just can't do it. So
yeah, I mean 2-14 against the spread. You're not wrong not that the Texans have been great against the spread either, but
yeah, better though.
Yeah, right. And the Tennessee Titans, their season's over. It's been over. We really would like for them to win here. That would improve our pick in the draft. They're currently seeded for the second pick with that 3-13 record. But they're on a 5-game losing streak. They've not covered the spread, obviously, as we discussed. They're not playing well against the spread. So I will also be on Houston here, which makes it a unanimous pick, which is an issue for us. And then Thomas, you got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. And then
so that's our first unanimous pick, I believe, right?
Actually, yeah. Well, no, Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Yep. And we almost did Green Bay. I don't know what Luke's talking about. I would really be interested to hear some commentary on that. Hopefully we can get him on Wednesday. But him going Chicago there is insane.
Yeah. Maybe he read something, watched something that made him believe that the Bears still have fight, but I can't see it.
I have no idea. Moving on. All right. We have got Jacksonville at Indianapolis. The spread on that one is Indianapolis -3.5. This is incredibly tough. I'll just this to me is a pick 'em. I'm going to go with Indianapolis at home. Why not? Anthony Richardson just trucking dudes at the goal line. Sounds sick. And also Jesse and Luke are split on this. We've got Jesse on Jacksonville, Luke on Indianapolis. So if that's going to sway your pick in any way, Tom.
No. Pat McAfee came out and kind of was hating on the Colts, and rightfully so. I think there's some turmoil in the locker room going on. Anthony Richardson isn't living up to his standards. They're
just running him now, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, but I'm saying in terms of
is he playing this week?
He should. Yes, he should be. I don't know.
All right, I'm looking it up. Go ahead. We're going to assume that he is.
If he plays or not, he's been late to practices. I know teammates have taken him aside and was like, "You're not being good enough." And then like the whole going back from Flacco to Richardson to Flacco to Richardson, like ruling out injuries. I just think that takes a toll on a team. And now they've been eliminated from the playoffs. It's just like no one wants to go out there and play.
Yep, Flacco starting as of 20 hours ago. Anthony Richardson's out. Flacco to start against the Colts. Okay, so I'm going to probably revisit mine. Nope, I'm going to stick with – sorry.
I think I'm going to go Jacksonville here. I think their head coach is fighting for that spot. I don't think he'll be there in Jacksonville. I can't think – McDermott? No, what's his name? Pete?
Oh God,
I'm so bad with names. I don't think he'll be there, but there's still chance. Huh?
Doug Peterson.
Yeah. When I said Pete.
Well, yeah. Then you threw me off. As soon as you said Pete, I was like Pete Carroll, and then
I know.
But Peterson.
Yeah. I think they have a little more to play for right now. Also, the Colts. I don't know. They just have not. I know Jesse loves to pick them this year, and
he's on Jacksonville this time though.
He's in the bottom. Yeah, he's on Jacksonville, but I don't know. I just got a feeling here.
I mean, again, Jacksonville winning and us losing improves our draft order for the Bears. So, I mean, I think every spot's valuable, especially going for offensive line talent in this draft, where I don't feel the most secure at 9 in getting the LSU. Gosh dang it, what is his name?
Can't help you there. I need to do some more.
Hold on, I've got
draft scouting.
Jesse just sent that picture. Oh, this is awkward. This is great podcasting here.
It was. I was looking for the drive for about 10 seconds of silence when you were gone. It was tough.
Yeah. Will Campbell. I had the Will right. Okay, there we go. Sheesh. But yeah, again, don't love it so much sitting at 9 there. I could see him going before that 9th pick if
I can't wait for the draft, dude. That's where how you know you're just
got. That's all we've got.
I don't even want to watch tomorrow, but I'm gonna. Okay, I'm gonna watch it and hope that we're gonna win. All right, KC at Denver -10.5. Obviously, KC is sitting their starters. You have who's at the helm for Kansas City? I can't think of his name right now.
Oh gosh, that just recently happened.
Why can't I think? He used to play for Philly.
Oh, Nick Foles?
No. Carson Wentz, dude. This is my pull out of the bag pick of the week. Okay. I think anytime touchdown scorer, Carson Wentz, dude. I know Andy Reid's going to have something ready for him to get a touchdown. I don't know. I just got a feeling Carson Wentz, anytime touchdown. As of the game,
yeah.
I think Denver will win this game. It's at Denver.
They're favored by 10.5.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, yeah. They're going to win the game, but are they going to win by 10.5? Yes, I do believe so.
Well, they've got one of those goofy playoff situations where they certainly need to win, and I think it's contingent upon two other teams' outcomes. one being the Bengals, if I'm not mistaken. But man,
they're gonna come out ready to go after losing to a blocked field goal to these guys earlier in the season. I just feel like Sean Payton and Bo Nix are going to be fired up, and
Denver's good.
They're all right. They're all right.
I don't know if it's situationally. I think they're just a good team, dude.
That ball from Bo Nix last week, of that freaking just bomb shot to Wims, I think it was. I can't remember. Mims, yeah, that was a ball, and that was pretty cool to see from him. And I hope he keeps it up, even though I'm not sold on him. I don't love him. I don't love him as a person.
I was about to call that out as your first comment. That was nice about Bo Nix, which still counts. It was, but you also did retract it slightly
there. Yeah.
So you're on Denver.
I am on Denver.
All right, Denver to cover. Okay, so almost unanimous. Jesse's got KC there. Luke is on Denver. Luke has no trouble picking Denver. They're 11-5 against the spread, so that's probably gone his way most days, or weeks rather. But anyway, that will round out that pick. So we have now got the LA Chargers going to Las Vegas. Vegas is plus 4.5 in this game. Tom, what are you looking at there?
Chargers clinched last week.
Yep.
God, these are hard. These are hard because you think about the backups. You're trying to think about who will be starting for the Chargers that is somewhat good. Like, obviously, J.K. Dobbins isn't playing. So is
Gus Edwards. He's not very good.
Who's the backup quarterback for the Chargers? I don't know. So, and it's at Las Vegas.
It is at Las Vegas, yeah.
I think I was getting – so Jesse was talking about he kind of gave me shit about New England head coach staying. This is who I was thinking of for some reason. Antonio Pierce.
Oh, for Raiders?
Yeah, this is the guy that, like, I think he thinks he might have a chance, but I think everybody outside of the organization is like,
we've got Easton Stick is the backup quarterback.
Jesus. So, well, who's Las Vegas O'Connell playing? Because if he is, I'm taking them again. Because I took him last week and I covered, so or they ended up winning and covering. I don't know. I have a feeling about Las Vegas again here, being at home and just it's going to be just a game that doesn't mean anything, and other than coaching, maybe. So give me Vegas on this one.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it does look like Aiden O'Connell is going to go here. And they're saying leading the surge here in some of these articles and like the headlines. So apparently he played well. I didn't really watch much of the game. I was skiing out in Cresta Butte last weekend. Did catch a few games, but this is another one where Vegas winning here would be huge for the Bears draft in 2025, which is pretty much at the forefront of my mind up until April. But I mean, it is kind of tough to see. Easton Stick led Chargers is also tough to see. Tom, I might flip over here and just go to Vegas with you, buddy. I don't hate that pick as much as I should. And I feel like this is one that we could most definitely regret in a big way. Like the second quarter, halfway through the second quarter.
Yeah.
Yes, just like, man.
I just don't see I don't see the Chargers blowing these guys out. Winning by a touchdown, definitely could see it. But I'm looking at this, and I want to go back. This is bad podcasting again. I got to pick Philly. I can't pick the Giants.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and change that in the graphic. I'm going to go Philly.
All right.
Anyway.
Fortune favors the bold.
Okay.
All right.
I've been bold. I picked.
No. Yeah.
Dallas, for God's sake.
Stop. All right, you go ahead.
We got another pick'em here. All right, so Jesse is on the Chargers, and Luke is on the Chargers. So we're on Vegas, baby.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, pick'em game: Miami at the Jets, -0.5. Miami needs to lose for the Bengals to be in.
Yep.
Also, Kansas City needs to beat Denver for Bengals to be in. So those are two playoff implication games, not for that specific team per se, but for the Bengals. Miami, I don't know what they need to happen to I don't know, Denver or Miami. What do they need to do? They just need the Bengals to lose and then something else to happen?
I can't rattle it off. I wish Luke were here. I feel like that'd be his
Yeah.
on that.
Well, Luke is on Miami and Jesse is on New York Jets.
Okay.
I don't know why the Jets are favored here.
It's in New York tomorrow, correct?
I just don't like this hard-on that freaking Vegas has for the Jets. They stink.
Yeah.
Right? I don't. Is Tua playing? Tua might be playing.
Ooh.
That's definitely why. I'm pretty sure I saw somewhere that he was not playing.
Unlikely to play versus Jets.
Ooh.
Tyler Huntley to start.
I'm still taking Miami. I think they're still playing for something. That defense has been playing pretty well. So, I'll go them. And they didn't look as bad with Huntley last week.
Yeah, I mean, there's been no major change to the Jets, right? Like, they've got everybody going.
I think so. Other than just Aaron Rodgers saying that what did he say? Something about the front office are children.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
Just trying to get fired, dude.
Love that action. I'm going to go with the spicy Aaron Rodgers here, especially if he's calling out the front office. I feel like that's when he's at his best, when he's not thinking about football, when he's kind of sucking and trying to play well and thinking about playing good football. That's when he's not very good, as we've seen. But if he's back to chirping the front office and just being a clown, which I think he has been in the past few weeks, seeing him on the Pat McAfee show and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and ride the Jets here. Sure.
Yeah, not a bad pick. Like I said, this is a pick 'em game, and I don't hate that.
All right. But you are sticking with Miami?
Yes. Yep.
All right. And on to the next one. We have got the Seahawks of Seattle, and they are going to play the LA Rams in California. We've got both Luke and Jesse on Seattle. Did we say what they were on last game by chance?
I think we did, yeah.
Okay, good. So, we've got Luke and Jesse on Seattle there. Jesse or Tom, what have you got for thoughts on this one?
I'm looking up Seattle's playoff chances. I don't think it's big.
Okay.
Let's see here.
They got beat last week, did they not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I need Kenneth Walker to play well. He got me 5 points.
No, the Seahawks won. They beat the Bears.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah.
I'm all messed up from the holidays. So what the Seahawks would have needed in Week 18? Oh, maybe they're out. The Bears need to beat the Packers. New England over Buffalo. Tampa Bay over New Orleans.
Oh my God. Road.
There's a lot.
That's a long road. A lot of unlikely games in there as well, like Bears beating the Packers.
I don't think they can. So
I don't know how the Seattle Seahawks are minus 6.5 against the Rams here. Honestly, that makes no sense to me.
Are the Rams not starting everybody?
I don't know why they wouldn't.
Los Angeles Rams to rest key offensive starters versus Seahawks.
Oh, Jimmy G's going.
He's still around.
Fuck yeah.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah. He's probably old now.
No way. What's his gray hair look like?
Hey, be nice to him. 33. Wow.
He's only 33.
Yeah.
I thought he'd be almost 40 by now.
Damn, Brock Purdy's 25.
Yeah, he looks about it. Give me the Seahawks then for sure. I don't know though. The Rams didn't have key offensive players all dang year, so
true.
They got good coaching. And who is key offensive starters? You know, who is that? I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough for me again. I don't really think that this one makes the most sense here. Let me just take a quick peek at PFF, see if there's any.
Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, Kylan Williams, Kevin Dotson, and Alaric Jackson will also sit out of the season finale.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going with the Seahawks.
I am as well.
Unanimous.
Yeah, I think you got to at that point. That's
right. I think probably all similar thoughts there out of Luke and Jesse as well. So
yeah,
we're all seeing it the same way. All right, now we are on to San Francisco at Arizona Cardinals, and they are favored by 4.5 there. Tom, any thoughts?
I like how San Fran's playing. I just Debo, is hit or miss. George Kittle, if he can stay healthy like he has been playing these last few games, because they won last week, right? No, they lost. Shit.
Did they lose?
They've been playing better though, for sure. They lost last week to the
Lions.
Yeah. I think they played better. And then the week, before that, they played better. Arizona. Oh, we're all on San Fran. Are you on San Fran?
I'm on San Fran.
I don't know. I just have a feeling with them. Sometimes it's all about the feeling here.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised to see it at 4.5. Honestly, I mean Arizona minus 4.5. I guess is really what I'm most surprised by. But
it's funny, Arizona, dude. They were, weeks 3 through 9 were like the talk. It's like you picked Arizona because they're good. They're a rough team.
Yeah.
Run the ball. Kyler's playing well, and then they just kind of dropped off.
They're 10-6 against the spread.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
But like what I'm saying, it just seems like they were so good there for a little bit, and then they just it was God.
I mean, they won one of their last 6, and it was against the Patriots.
Okay.
So
well,
I mean, they played some good teams like Seattle, who beat them 16-6. So
yeah, I'm still going San Fran here.
Okay, I don't hate it.
This game, Minnesota at Detroit, -3. Is the game of the week, from my opinion. Is this Sunday night football or Monday? This is Monday.
I would assume so. January 5th. No, Sunday. No Monday night football.
So Sunday. Okay, Sunday night football.
Sunday night?
Yeah.
Both Luke and Jesse are both on the Vikings of Minnesota here.
Okay. Who do you got?
I don't know.
I just think that everybody has been kind of neglecting Minnesota, and Sam Darnold, Pumpkin. He had that one bad game, and everybody was like, "Yep, here he is."
Right? Yeah.
But if you get a healthy Aaron Jones, you have Justin Jefferson, and the other wide receiver I can't think of starts with an A, Addison.
Yeah.
You get those guys going, and that line is so damn good. And then, the defense has been playing outstanding as well. You get all that, and they're fighting for the number 1 spot in Week 18. Like, no one would have expected this from Minnesota. And it's awesome to see. I love seeing him jump with all of his teammates, and he was just like, I didn't know what to do with my hands. Like, it was just a cool moment to see. Having said all that, Detroit, I don't know. They're really good. And, they've been playing some tough games here, but I think they just keep going. They keep grinding, and they get the win here. It is at home, so.
Yeah, it is at home. I'm just trying to discredit the Vikings here. I'm looking up the strength of schedule. Detroit Lions at 11, according to Fox Sports, in terms of strength of schedule going into 2024 season. Vikings at 18.
Middle of the road.
No, and I mean, like you said, I don't even really consider strength of schedule to be all too impactful. I think more so momentum as what we're looking for in this game, which, I mean, both teams are playing with incredible momentum coming into this. I mean, if it was at Minnesota, I'd be all over Minnesota. I think the home field advantage might be putting this more at a pick 'em if that were the case. I mean, home field advantage is really why I want to pick Detroit here. The flat 3 has got me a little perturbed. I think we might push on this one way or the other. I think it's going to be a very close game.
Yeah.
But I think. Is there a chance? Is there a chance that Montgomery comes back, or are they just going to rest him and then have him for the playoffs? 100%.
No, yeah, he's not playing. I don't think.
I wouldn't expect him to. I mean, I think both teams are going to show up and try to win this game, but I'm going to ride here with Detroit with my guy Tom.
Yep.
We're the only two grinders out here grinding out this
podcast. It'll be interesting after this.
I mean, unbelievable. But I think we're going to wrap it. Or no, we need our super locks, of which we did not get from Jesse and Luke.
Oh, God. This is a tough week for locks. I want to go Cincy, I think, but let me just double check these games. Like I said, I believe in Joe Burrow fully.
I'm on the other side of that game.
You're on Pitt?
No, I am. Yeah, I was just saying it. I knew I am.
Oh, yeah. I just kind of want to see Houston might be a good one.
Houston, Atlanta, Vegas, but that line doesn't make. That's a frisky line. That doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's true. Denver. Give me. This is a good game. Cincy at Pitt. I like that. I like Cincy.
Okay, you've got it.
Yep.
Man, I'm hard pressed not to pick Green Bay here.
I mean,
or Tampa Bay. I mean that way I'm hitting my big spread. That I've got a little bit of a.
Jesse picked Cincy as well. What a jerk!
Did he?
Yeah.
All right, Jesse's on Cincy for his lock. That's pretty soft. Denver too, though.
I know. I was looking at Denver.
Man, this is tough. I really should have been thinking about this more proactively as we were recording. Man, all right. I want to stay away from Chicago, Green Bay. I'm between New Orleans and Denver.
I'd pick Denver.
All right.
Or Tampa Bay. They blow out people, dude. I don't know.
I mean, they're both playing for a lot, right?
Yeah.
And they're both big spreads. So we've got two teams that one's given up and the other is just, riding it into the playoffs like they should be. I don't know, dude. I think Kansas City's backups could show up and play a little bit. I mean, they're in an excellent franchise and they're going to want to, put some good stuff on tape there, as opposed to New Orleans. I mean, the team's given up, but there's still guys that, they're going to want to play elsewhere coming next season.
Alvin Kamara's probably out, I think, also.
I'm going Tampa Bay. Well, we're unanimous, though. Damn. All right, whatever. I'm riding it. I'm not flipping again.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll get Luke's in there, and all right. It was just me and you. I think we did pretty well.
Yeah. No. I happy to have stuck it out with you, Tom. There's no better host than you to record with. So if you stuck with us this long, then just know that the two best guys stuck around and really, 100%. Gutted it out. We finished the season strong. So.
Yeah.
About what you would expect here out of Chi-Town Lowdown. Do love the guys. Hope everything's well in their lives, but we're excited for Week 18, man.
Yeah, this Christmas time has been a little crazy for everybody, so we'll get some more regular videos coming out. Playoffs coming. We'll be picking those games. I have some Bears recaps in there, so stay tuned for more content.
Yep, and we'll be spotty even after the season, with Bear stuff. I think there's going to be a lot of commentary up until the draft, so you'll have to stay tuned. We're about 3 months out there, so we'll keep it coming to you guys. So make sure to like and subscribe. Check us out on X. Share with your friends. But yeah, we're making a run at it here, so we'd appreciate all the love and support out of the audience, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bear down.
Bear down.